Hey dreamers, my name is Bryce and I have no idea what my favorite Metallica song is. Could it be Battery? Let's find out. Cue the intro.
So give it to me now!
For the best Metallica song! Battery, track 1 from the infamous Master of Puppets. We are here at what is commonly referred to as the greatest metal album of all time, and rightfully so. But will the math hold up? We don't quite know. I know I love most of this record, but I think there might be a few points where some of the avid fans might get mad at my scores. We'll find out. But for now, we're rating this song on the following criteria: lyrics, instrumentation, composition, memorability, and emotional response. Each category is a scale of 0 to 4, totaling a grand possible amount of 20 points, and we'll see at the end where it lands on the top 10 list, if at all. So without further ado, let's get right into Battery. I love this acoustic intro. Okay, that's 2 times through the riff, and then now we add the lead. Fourth time, harmonize. Fifth time, harmony. 3-part harmony. No higher harmonies the 6th time. It's just the same. I want to show you those harmonies. I have to hold my guitar all awkward to fit it in the frame. So we start with... Then we've got the first part. Then we've got the harmony added on top of it. So we've got a nice little... And then we've got the third harmony. Let's see if I can do all 3 parts. Nope. One thing I've never really understood about this intro is why they never play it live. It's easy enough, it's simple enough, there's no singing, so you still get a vocal break, but they always go to a sound recording. They always go to the recording for this intro. Even this big next part with the hits, they don't play that live. They just start with the main guitar riff. And I've always been confused about that. Why not? Just play the intro. Just play the intro. We want to hear the intro. We don't need a recording. You can do it. It's easy enough. It's not like it's challenging. It's not like Queen when they walk off stage during the a cappella part in the middle of Bohemian Rhapsody. When they let a video play. I don't know if that's a thing that they've always done, but I saw some video once upon a time. But it's not like they can't, that they have so many layers they can't play it live. It's just interesting to me. Why not? Just play it. But at least this part, at least the hits part. I just answered my own question. I know why they don't play it live. It's not going to sound right. It's not going to be the same. Without these layers, you have a rhythm guitar going ba, 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 ba. And if you replace that with just a bass, it's going to be empty and hollow. It won't have that thickness to it. So I guess that's probably why they don't play it live. Because then the lead, if you keep James playing the hard hits, the lead is just going to be it's not going to be harmonized. So I don't know. I guess that's a reason not to do it. But even still, I want to hear it. Come on. Fourth time. And then. All right, so now those chords are actually part of later part of the song. They're kind of alluding to something that'll come later, but now we have the main riff, and this is super exciting. Also, something to note, we're here in Master of Puppets. We started the record slowly again. Remember, the first record had a fade in, the second one had a nice little acoustic thing. This is a nice little acoustic thing too. It builds in, but this is a lot more Metallica, right? This feels a lot more like who they are. We slowly build and then rah! You know, this is very, very cool. Very cool. Yep. Straight. So that's the chorus. We get the main riff, really thrashy. I want to point out the drums. I want to point out Lars's drum fill. He's emphasizing those offbeats again. It's not a straight. He's not hitting on the one with the crash cymbal. He's hitting the offbeats. One and fill, one and. It was really cool. It's cool. They don't really do that live because they're getting old. He's just kind of riding on the snare and the hi-hat, and maybe a cymbal hit. But the fills don't really exist live anymore. But it is a really cool composition. And also, so we have the main riff, we have the chorus, and now we're back to the main riff, which is also the verse. Straight riff. Okay, I want to talk about the composition of this chorus. We have sort of a call and response thing. We have the held out notes, ba 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 ba, and the singing, and then that is responded by with the chugging, the main thrashy riff, right? So we have straight time, and then we have thrash riff, straight time, thrash riff, but the second time through, it's only half as long. So we have the straight part, the chorus, thrash twice, straight part, thrash once, and now we have different hits. It's not straight anymore. It's hit, brr, hit, brr, hit, brr, da, da, da. Right? There's drum fills, and then we go into a section where we'll actually have an additional beat. Listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So we have a 5/4 measure just thrown in there with the batterie. They just throw in that extra beat, and that mwah, mwah, mwah. I love extra beats. Thank you so much for using time signatures and rhythm theory. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's listen to the, this is the chorus riff again, just the held out notes with the solo on top, and then back to the verse. Just really, really short. No extended intros, no extended breaks. The only breaks here are me blah, blah, blahing. So let's get back into it. Okay, listen to the structure. Straight. Thrash. Half. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I love those stops on the 4. Battery, huh, boom. That little stop there gets the listener, like you're expecting a fourth beat. Bum, bum, bum. Battery, go. But when you stop it, bum, 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 pause. It makes us go, oh, we kind of lose our footing a little bit, and then it sucks you back in with the thrash again. Very cool. Now we have a held out note and an extended section that doesn't get played live anymore. Why? I don't know. I love this section, but apparently the band doesn't. Beats me. Oop. Now we have that halftime feel. Watch for the stop. those little stops, I'm telling you, you pause, you add a pause in there, let nothing else go, and it really drives us forward. It makes us listen closer. It's really cool. Then we have a really awesome riff. Second time through. Third time. Fourth time. It's so cool. That fourth time you're expecting the same thing again, but we're talking about building riffs, first ending, second ending, third ending. If you know music theory, this stuff is music to your ears. They have the fourth time through, it changes. Bum, 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 bum. Sing it, sing it. You could hold out this note as long as you want. Ah! Drum fill. Ba, da, 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 ba. One and one. Or is it da 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 da? I don't know how it's counted, but it's the first snare hit is on the one, and then they're all off beats. One and one. Or I guess it's like three and three and I don't know. I don't know how to count it. Let's listen to the solo. I should also point out that the solo rhythm guitar part, let's rewind it just a little bit because I was headbanging too much. The rhythm guitar here is not the verse riff again. This is a different, brand new riff. We haven't heard this riff yet, but it's a version of the main riff. So you still have the, but now we're going to, there's a different rhythm to it. Let's play it back. Okay, so here's what the rhythm is doing during the verse, or during the solo here, is we still have the chugging, as we have throughout the song, but then the pattern is the first time, second time, third time, and then the fourth time, it gets interrupted by the ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. So it's kind of wonky, it's kind of difficult to play, but it is different and it's new and it's expanding. The reason it's different is because the main riff so you have the difference between the now it's do you see the difference? Do you hear it? That's composition. It's composition and I love it so much. Continue. Chorus, retained. The double kick pedal come in there. The rhythm stops, the bass stops, but the solo and the drums are going brrr, ba 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 ba. Now Lars has switched from the offbeats, one and one and one and. Now he's on the 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, kind of inverting the rhythm a little bit, but it's still got your head going. It's still fun. So we're gonna continue that with this brand new riff here. Drums. Very cool way to break it down. We had a massive solo, but now we have this headbanging part to kind of transition back to the verse. So cool. If we just went back to the verse, it'd be kind of like a normal song, nothing different. Everything is the same as everything has always been. It'd probably be fine. I'd like to, maybe I should edit a version and see if that actually works. But I wouldn't want that because this transition actually is just so fun and so cool. So good on them. Expert transitioning. Let's keep going. Third verse, last chorus. Here we go. I love these tom hits. I love that bum bum. It's so thick. With the guitars doing a palm muted chung chung and the drums going chung chung. It is so. It's so. And we want. It's brother. Oh, there's another time signature change. Let's jump back. I want to hear that. It's battery. Stop. Usually. But this time it's just back to 1. So that time changes a little bit. Let's go back. Okay, 6 maybe? 6? Anyway, let's keep going. Back to the 5. And now the stop. Back to this riff. Double kick pedal. Snare on the 1, and then they're going to change it. The guitars are going to keep playing the same riff, but Lars is going to go back to the thrash version where he's on the offbeats. So he's starting on the downbeats, he's switching to the offbeat, makes it new, makes it fresh. Fourth time change. Go. Battery. Go. Oh, if you're not energized after that song, I don't know what to say. You're gonna need a new battery. I've got a battery charger right here. You could just, and put you go in, and then just and I'll in the wall, and you'll just and you could. Let's go to the ratings. Lyrics. What is this song about? I don't really... I think it's about literal battery, about the act of beating people up. But I don't know for sure. It's kind of hard to tell. I've been saying for so long that I'd like them to be a little bit more ambiguous with their... I wanted them to be more ambiguous with their lyrics. And here I feel like they went so far in the other direction that I don't actually know what it's about, other than it's 4 guys just rocking their heads and talking about beating stuff up. You can't stop it. You can't kill it. There's a hammer crushing. There's people getting whipped up in a fury, a dominating flurry. People are getting beat up. I promised I would be honest, and so I'm going to do that. Doesn't speak to me. Doesn't say anything to me. The words don't, I'm not amped up about battery. I know that a lot of this stuff is kind of ironic. They're meaning it ironically. They're not actually promoting violence. They're just saying this is a thing that just keeps going on and on throughout civilization, but it doesn't really do it for me. So unfortunately, this one, lyrically, gets a 1. Instrumentation. Now this song does have a lot of difficulty to it. They are playing such a fast riffy riff on the guitars. The drum fills are off beats and kind of just odd. They're not something you would typically expect. There is others like the guitar. I don't really hear what the bass is doing, but if it's doing anything similar to the guitars, it's going to be very difficult. So I got to give them credit. Credit where credit is due. Instrumentally, this one gets a 4. Composition. Let's say it all together. Say it with me. Intro, verse, chorus, bridge, verse, chorus, outro. It's the same layout as all the other songs. So compositionally, not much going on there. However, I'm going to give them points for a really cool acoustic intro. It's new, it's fresh. It had a 3-part harmony. It's technically 4 if you count the rhythm as part of the harmony, even though it's playing different notes. It's a really cool intro, and I got to give them credit for those different little time signatures, time signatures. The 5/4 measure, the 6/4 measure, or the 1/4, or whatever you want to call it. The little adds throughout the song amp up the difficulty and make it cool and new and fresh and interesting. I love that they can take the one riff and do beats on the downbeats and then change it up and do it on the off beats, and it still feels different, but it's still the same. I don't know. I like that. So compositionally, I got to give them a 3. Memorability. How memorable is this song? I'd say pretty memorable. They say battery a lot, right? You might miss it on the 5/4 if you don't know how to count it, but you know what's coming. Battery, 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 battery. And then almost every verse has the word battery in there somewhere. I don't think the words themselves are as memorable as just the hook battery, which we've talked about keeping choruses down to just a couple of words. That's one word. I know that the chorus is longer than one word, but the hook is one word, and that's really easy to remember. So memorability, I know that there are ways to make things more memorable. So I'm going to keep this as a nice, safe 3. Emotional response. I feel good. I feel amped up. I've been bobbing my head. I've been shaking my body. I'm smiling. I feel good about it. I know that there's better. There's worse. So I don't know which way to go on this one other than to say that I feel pretty good. Not the best, but pretty good. So I'm going to give it a 3. And so Battery gets a grand total of 14 points. 14 points, just beating out Hit the Lights, because Hit the Lights didn't have quite as good a composition, in my opinion. So Battery gets 7th place, and Creeping Death is still holding its own at number 1 with 19, and Jump in the Fire is at 10, meaning we just said goodbye to No Remorse. We'll miss you, No Remorse, but there's a lot more songs to go, so I have a feeling this list is going to be changing a lot over the next 7 songs. So stick around for that. I want you to put your comment below what points you would give this song based on my criteria. I want you to subscribe. I want you to like and share, because getting the word out will help me get to 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal. 1,000 subscribers allows me to monetize. So let's get that monetize in. It's free for you and money for me. Hooah! If you like that content, do it. Subscribe, and we'll see you here tomorrow for the big ol' whopper of Master of Puppets. Thanks for watching.